Da-da-da, da-da-da,
You're watching Cover 2
da-da-da,
with your host, Katie Baird.
da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-boo! Welcome to this week's episode of Cover 2, where we cover you and your fantasy league. Week 14 is finished, and that means the end of the regular season and the start of, that's right, the playoffs. We'll take a look at that later. Once again, there's no lame game this week, which is good because I'm especially lame this week. So let's get started with this week's highlighted scores. Oh, there are two highlighted scores this week. First, the Icy Ninjas defeated the Screaming Eagles 110-89 to claim the third seed in the playoffs. Andre Johnson's 31 points and Peyton Manning's 26 put the Ninjas out to a big lead early, and they held on for the 21-point win. Devon Bess, I still don't know who he is, came back down to earth to score 0 for the Eagles. Makes sense. Who finished the season on a Game 5 losing streak. In our second highlighted score, the Zambonis somehow came through with a 1-point win over the Unstoppable Pats, 112-111. Congratulations, Big Brother. The win gave the Zambonis the fourth and final playoff spot. The Pats needed 24 points from the Eagles' DST on Sunday night to create a tie, which would have knocked the Zambonis out of the playoff race. Despite scoring 2 touchdowns, the Eagles' DST only scored 23 points. One player of note, Randy Moss, decided to not really try this week and finished with a -1 points. Now let's check out this week's other scores. Oh, what, this? Oh, it's just my Africa blanket. I made it. What? The Orlanders had the high score again this week and beat Tension Echoes 117-104. It was looking like Tension Echoes would have a chance at the win, but the Orlanders got 28 points from the 49ers DST to seal the game. Tension Echoes did break the 100-point mark for the second time this season, thanks largely to Brandon Marshall's 32 points, but it wasn't enough this game. Penguins Rule beat Get Your Popcorn Ready 101-97 to lock up the first seed in the playoffs. Chris Johnson's 35 points was by far the highest score for the Penguins. Popcorn had a great chance at winning this one, but Anquan Bolden came up short on Monday night with only 2 points. Lucid Bogies finished their strong end of the season with a 95-78 upset win over Janelle's Jets. Frank Gore led the Bogies with 23 points. Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald scored a very disappointing 1 and 2 points respectively for Janelle, whose highest score came from kicker Jay Feely with 17 points. This leads us right into our message board post of this week. This week's post is short and sweet. Well, not really sweet. And it comes from Stephen Gagnon, owner of Penguins Rule. Quote, Janelle's top score was a kicker? Blah ha 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 ha. Blah ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Oh, I need to catch a breath. Okay. Blah ha 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 ha, etc. Unquote. Now it's time for Kickoff Corner, where we preview next week's upcoming matches. In one semifinal, first seed Penguins Rule takes on fourth seed Zambonis. In their only meeting this season, the Zambonis were victorious 103-95. The second semifinal pits second-seeded Janelle's Jets against third-seeded Icy Ninjas. The Ninjas won their only matchup this season in Week 7's lane game, 82-70. This epic matchup is a rematch of both the 2006 semifinals, won by Janelle, and the 2007 championship game won by the Ninjas. There is also a consolation bracket going on for the 6 teams that missed the playoffs. It doesn't really count for anything, but at least it keeps the games going for another 2 weeks. Good for me. Details of how this works are posted on the league's homepage, if you're interested. You probably are not, because it doesn't really count. So, well, that's our show for this week. We plan on Owner Spotlight returning next week. Thanks for tuning in to Cover 2, where we cover you in your fantasy league. See you next time, and until then... Sueña, misima masculum. Sueña, misima mo. Hippopotamus, fade out. Hippopotamus, fade out. Hippopotamus,